Welcome back to another Rose City Reptiles video. I'm Joey, this is Rose City Reptiles, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the ultimate Tegu mix that you can make right at home and giving you a price breakdown so you can know and plan ahead and know how much it's going to cost for you to feed your Tegu. And I'm going to tell you about the one very important thing that I always try to keep in mind when I'm preparing my Tegu's food. And go through it. We've got some apples, pears. I'm a huge fan, and so are the Tegus, of blueberries. So we're gonna do, I have like 3 pounds of blueberries. We have some eggs here. I have something I love including in my Tegu mix. I always include it, especially when spring starts, papaya. We've got a giant papaya here we're gonna put in there. I've got some bananas. And then as far as the meat go, we have some chicken. I've got some calf heart, some salmon. Something a little different. I'm gonna add in some sunflower seeds. Never done that before. That's the first time. And also some peaches. So it's a lot of stuff here, and that is the main point. If you don't take anything else from this video, the main thing that I hope I get across is the importance of variety. That's the whole point, that we make a meat mix. Instead of just feeding 1 or 2 things, I like to combine it all together, and that really makes sure that the Tegu is getting a variety of foods just like they would in the wild. So one thing people always ask me is, what does it cost to feed a Tegu? Well, that's a really good question, and something that's important to know before you get one. A lot of that is going to depend on how you feed your Tegu. You could skip this entire step. There's companies out there that sell Tegu diets, fully prepared, ready to go. You take it and you just feed it to your Tegu. Hands stay clean and you don't have to worry about it. Well, if you feed your Tegu that way, it's going to cost a lot more than doing it this way. Grinding up your own food is by far the most cost-effective way to feed your Tegus. After I get all this bagged up, I'm gonna go over the cost of everything. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what it costs per pound. One of the most common questions I get is, Joey, what are the ratios from fruit and meat? Throughout the years of raising Tegus, at the beginning, I definitely used a heavier meat diet, and as I've learned more about the animals and had more of them in my collection, and I've gotten to see how they respond and how they look when they eat fruit, I've slowly added more and more fruit into their diet. I can't say exactly where that'll evolve into the future, but as of right now, I'm about 50-50. 50% fruit, 50% meat. And for the meats, I like to feed a lot of lean meats like fish and any type of poultry. And then for the fruit, they love anything sweet. Mangoes, kiwis, apples, papaya, dragon fruit. And they all love berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. Those things are fantastic and a great way to get more fruit into your Tegus. One of the advantages to using a grinder is that you're actually able to grind up the bones that's in the meat. And that means that you do not have to supplement your Tegu food when you have the bones already in there. Another thing I like to do is add in the organ meat. Some things I like to use are chicken hearts, chicken gizzards, chicken livers, cow hearts, cow livers. There's all types of things that you can buy and add directly into your Tegu meat mix to kind of take the place of those supplements that we commonly use. I have a video on supplements about when to use them, when not to use them. I'll put a card at the top of the screen right now. You guys can click that and get more information on that topic. last thing we're going to discuss before we get into the cost breakdown of all of this Tegu food is how often I feed my Tegus. Now, I see a lot of Tegus in the community that are overweight. I've had some here. It's easy to do. It's easy to feed them too much. It's fun to watch them eat, and it's easy to feed them too much. But I'll tell you right now, it is very difficult to get them to lose the weight, and some of you guys will know that. But I know we all want our Tegus to be healthy and to be thriving. And here's one guideline that I've used that has helped me decide how often to feed my Tegus. Now with babies, I like to feed them every single day. And I feed them daily from when they're babies all the way until they're juveniles. Once you notice that your Tegu is no longer growing in length and they start filling out and growing more in girth, that is when I start cutting back on the food and feeding every other day. Tegus are also very seasonal, and there's going to be certain times of the year where they want to eat more and certain times of the year where they eat less. And if you're like me and you keep your Tegus outside, then they are extremely weather dependent on when those Tegus are going to eat and when they're not going to eat. All right, so we've got it completely mixed up, ready to go into the bags and then into the freezer. You know you did a good job on your Tegu mixes when you look at it and you can see like 10 different colors. That's what you want. You want that variety. We have like 7 different kinds of fruits in here, 4 different kinds of meat. And that's what we're going for. We're just going for that variety. That's what keeps the Tegus healthy and looking absolutely amazing. All right, so the next step is I'm gonna go ahead and bag all of this up. We're gonna weigh it, and I'm gonna tell you guys what that costs per pound. We made 58 pounds of Tegu food in today's video. That's a lot of Tegu food. The total cost of making all of this, everything that you saw in today's video, was $150. So $150 divided by 58 pounds, you're looking at it right there, $2.58 per pound. I know you guys are gonna wanna know, like, how much will it cost per feeding? Now, when it comes down to the amount of food that your Tegu is gonna eat, now each Tegu is an individual. They all eat different amounts, and a lot of that depends on the time of year and different things like that. But I will give you an average. For my adults, on average, they eat about a 1/4 pound per meal. So if we broke that down even more, it would come down to be about 65 cents per feeding. So if you're not afraid to get your hands a little dirty, do some of the work, it's actually extremely affordable feeding your Tegus. And for me, I went ahead and bagged it all up in these gallon-sized bags. But for you guys, if you just have 1, 2, 3 Tegus, you can use smaller size bags, break it up into portion sizes. That way you just pull the food out, let it thaw out, dump it on a plate, and you're ready to go. Thanks for watching another Roasted Reptiles video. Hopefully this video gave you guys some good ideas on things that you can add to your Tegu food and also help you remember the #1 important thing, which is variety. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next Roasted Reptiles video. Bye.